Well, it looks like our old buddy Scott Frost back to being the greatest losing coach ever. Scott Frost, the Nebraska head coach, traveled all the way to Dublin, Ireland to take on the Northwestern Wildcats and absolutely got skull drugged for 45 minutes, the last 45 minutes, yes, of that game. Nebraska was doing pretty good for the first quarter, and then they kind of got up in the second half, and then the second quarter, but the second half just kind of fell apart. Northwestern upsets Nebraska 31-28. Yes, Nebraska losing to Northwestern in the upset 31-28. I didn't watch the entire game. I watched the whole second quarter. I watched the whole second half. I watched almost all the second quarter. I got up because I wanted to, just at least check the game out, see what's going on. It was the prime time game for today, so I figured I'd get up and see what's going on. Casey Thompson had like 348 yards. I think he had one touchdown, 2 interceptions, and Northwestern played really well in this game. I was surprised by Northwestern. They played really well. Ryan Helinski is the starter. He had, I believe, he had over 300 yards as well, and 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. I was very impressed with the quarterback play in this game. It was very exciting to see the quarterbacks play in this game. Casey Thompson obviously came from Oklahoma, transferred to Nebraska. He played really well. He showed some promise. Now, Nebraska showed some promise in this game. Yes, they did lose to Northwestern, but they did show some promise. And I think if you're a Nebraska fan, you shouldn't really worry too much, because yes, they did lose to Northwestern, but the quarterback play and overall they played well. The reason Nebraska lost this game was because of Scott Frost, and that is just the bottom line. If you watched the game, you seen why they lost the game. Now, you might say, well, Casey Thompson threw that interception at the end that sealed it. Northwestern got a game-winning pick, which was pretty much sealed the deal. You could say that, but what really cost Nebraska was they were up 28-17 in the third quarter, up 28-17. Nebraska just scored, and they kicked an onside kick. Why? Kick it deep. Northwestern gets the ball at the 40-something yard line, and they just got right down the field and score a touchdown. Yeah, I mean, that was very questionable, and that really, you take away the onside kick, if Northwestern don't score, Nebraska wins the game if everything else plays out. So, I don't get that. That's a coaching mythical failure. Yeah. Northwestern wins. I'm happy for them. It's a big win for them. Both these teams look good. Both these teams, Nebraska was a team that was kind of, getting hyped up to go 8-4, 9-3. That, I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know how good these two teams are. I will say this, these two teams did play very physical in this game, and it's good to see that physicality be played. So, if I had to guess, both these teams could make a bowl game. I got to see them play some other teams first. I got to see how they play other teams before I can make an adjustment on whether or not I think these two teams are high caliber, 8-4 teams or whatever. I don't know. I got to see them play somebody else. Nebraska could go on to win, go 3-9 again, 4-8. I don't know. Northwestern could go 5-7. I don't know. And other shocking news, how about my boys UConn? UConn all over Utah State right now. Good God. UConn's one of the worst teams in the country. Or were they? Are they? I don't think they are anymore. Nah, UConn just fumbled the ball. But UConn is all over Utah State right now. Now, this is more interesting than the Nebraska Northwestern game because UConn has been one of the top 5 worst teams in the country in the last 3-4 years. And Utah State was very arguably a top 25 team coming into this season, preseason-wise. They were, a lot of people, they missed the 25 spot by a couple spots. And, Utah State has to play Alabama next Saturday. Utah State, you get beat 14-0 by UConn. What's going to happen next week? It's going to be 99-0. It's halftime. God. It's going to be 99-0 because you're getting beat 14-0. Oh, missed the throw. All right. But, yeah, UConn all over Utah State right now. Utah State is, they've had a solid – they were like a 9-3 team last year. They've had a solid team last 2 seasons, I think. I know last year, but Utah State did. But UConn, they were like one of the worst defensive teams in the country, and they are absolutely holding this Utah State offense right now. They are holding down. This game is in the second quarter. 13 minutes left to go in the second quarter. 36, Utah State got the ball. And completion. Man, right out of bounds and came back in. I don't know if that's illegal or not. The dude literally ran like 3 yards out of bounds and came back on the field. Watch this play right here. It's number 8. Look at – oh, yeah, he got pushed out and they had to come back in. It's kind of iffy. I think if you get pushed out, you can come back in the field of play. I don't know that one. But Utah State knocking on the door. Finally. It's UConn. Come on. But, yeah, UConn. I was just interested in watching this game because I knew Utah State was almost a top 25 preseason team coming in. And I know they got Alabama next week. So I wanted to see, is Utah State for real? And this is really kind of questioning some things for me right here. Really is. UConn, any UConn fans around? Yeah. So this will be a huge win for the UConn Huskies. So UConn hasn't won a season opener since 2017, I believe is what they said. And UConn, they just haven't been a good team, unfortunately. So, yep, Western Kentucky did beat Austin Peay. That game was a little closer than I thought it was going to be. It's like 38-27. I don't know about that. And I believe Wyoming is losing 7-3 to Illinois. Illinois is up on that game. I think there's like 1 or 2 other games on right now, but they're not on television, so obviously not watching. But yeah, the big one tonight, I got to work tonight, but the big one was I wanted to watch Hawaii and Vanderbilt play because I think that's going to be an interesting matchup. Kind of 2 teams that are just not really great playing each other, and so kind of see who's better. Can Vandy, there's Vanderbilt compete with them? Can Hawaii compete? We'll see. But yeah, Nebraska being Nebraska, they are the undisputed, the capital THE, the best one-loss team in the country. Peace.